Indians to support it.
But infiltration from Bangladesh to India, that is also a major issue.
Well, precisely. If you can fix the boundary, you can put a fence.
Right.
If you can't fix the boundary, you can't put a fence.
True.
If there's no fence, infiltration will continue.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to stop infiltration
Right.
should support the land boundary agreement.
Yeah. So the Bangladeshi Prime Minister will also visit after your visit.
Well, after some time. Yes, before that, the President of India has to go to Bangladesh early in March. So I think that will be a very significant visit, and that's the first visit of our president, the new president, outside the country. And then, of course, it will be followed by the Bangladesh Prime Minister's visit to India. So I think that there is so much happening. It's very important that the substance in terms of delivery must be there, because you can't keep postponing things from one visit to the other.
True. On internal issue, there's lots of talk is going on Augusta Westland chopper deal. Your comment?
Well, I don't know what the talk is. Augusta Westland helicopter deal, I've noticed from the statements of several chiefs of Air Force, retired chiefs of Air Force, I think 3 or 4 of them, who've said that it's an outstanding machine. Okay. That it was the best choice that could have been made. Attempt to indicate or say that for some reason the requirements were modified in order to get this helicopter. Well, it's very clear that the requirements were modified for good reason and modified by our predecessor government, by the NDA government, not by the UPA government.
No, I'm sorry, that was in 2003. There was just one comment from PMO that
not comment, they were
single tendering should not be there.
So,
that was only
so
the entire tender was happened in UPA 1, 2006.
No. Single tendering should not be done.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have to modify the requirements.
Yeah.
Therefore, two other companies, including Augusta, were able to compete.
Yeah.
Now,
so what is wrong in that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Augusta were allowed to compete because modifications were done in order to ensure that there wasn't a single party competing, and this was done by the NDA, then why are we complaining?
Tender document finalized in 2006.
No, but
you have signed agreement in 2010.
You can sign the agreement after 30 years, but the agreement is signed on the basis of a principal decision that's taken in 2003. Now, if we had changed the 2003 principal decision in 2004, then we would have been accused of trying to gerrymander and trying to interfere with the decision that was taken. So it's a 2003 decision. We can complain about it, but certainly the NDA government ministers cannot complain about it.
You have written a letter to Italian government and UK government. Any reaction from that side?
No, that's in the normal course. We sought information from them. They said it's in process investigation. It's too early to be able to give you any information. Now that the matter has gone into investigation of the CBI have their methods to seek information. They can go for interrogatories which have to go through courts. We will obviously pursue it for them. If they want that to be done, MOD wants us to pursue something, we will do it. But we can only pursue, we cannot force. Information has to be sought from other sovereign states. If they give us information, we will use it. If they don't give us information, we hope that they will utilize it to ensure that anyone who has done anything adverse to India's interest is brought to book.
Sexual crime against women, one ordinance from Government of India. Do you think that is suffice?
No, ordinance can never suffice, because ordinance is only a temporary affair. It has to be replaced by legislation. That legislation will have to be brought to Parliament, and I assume in the circumstances in which it will come, it will not have to be referred to the standing committee, but that's the consent of the House. At present, there is legislation which is with standing committee, and the standing committee may approve the very legislation or suggest the very legislation that we think is required to replace the ordinance. So the ordinance was done in response to a sense of urgency that was felt in the streets by young people who just felt betrayed and felt that something should be done immediately. And that's also the impression that we got from the report of Chief Justice
Verma.
that there has to be some urgency in addressing the problem.
Right.
So we brought the ordinance, but the ordinance will have to be replaced by legislation, and we'll have to go through the parliamentary procedure, but at least nobody can distract now by saying that there is no intention to do anything. Our intention has been made clear.
Right.
The quality and the nature of the legislation that replaces the ordinance
Right.
will be there for the parliamentarians to see and then decide.
Salman Sahab, it was really nice talking to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
In our next episode, we will again come back with a special person. Keep watching Lok Sabha television.